Hey VC, what's up? It's Todd Guy, Thrashing Zombie here. Excuse me. This is a video for a thread that's going around. Top 10 albums you listen to the most, or the 10 albums you listen to the most, something like that. I figured I'd jump on this and see what I come up with. I think some of these are possibly guesses. I'm just going by what I listened to mostly when I was a teenager. And there's one in here that's fairly recent that I've listened to quite a bit. And it's not my usual type of music, but that's neither here nor there. First one, like I said, some of these are guesses, but this one I know is probably, I listened to this a lot. That'd be Metallica's And Justice for All. The first Metallica album I ever heard. Made me fall in love, not fall in love I guess, but made me get into more heavier music. Anybody that watches any of my videos knows that I say this every time I show this or talk about it. This got me into heavier, more extreme metal. While I was listening to the hair, the glam, and the sleaze metal at the time. And this caught my eye in the store, and I just happened to buy it on a whim. And after a three listens, I was amazed by this album and looked for more stuff like this. So this is what set me on my more extreme metal journey. I probably listened to this album, this record I listened to 3 times. I've streamed it probably a dozen times. I had the cassette tape and the CD. Listened to those a couple dozen times a piece or more. I mean, yeah, it's a great album. So next up, we have also from that era, Anthrax's Persistence of Time. This is another one of those ones that I played all the time. I absolutely love this album. Some people say this album's okay, it's not the greatest, that it's too long, blah blah blah. I think it's amazing, a little bit darker than their other stuff. Not darker, I guess, less humorous, even though a lot of their stuff's not really humorous either. Less stuff based on like comic books and Stephen King stories, I should say. Whereas Among the Living had Judge Dredd and I Am the Law. Among the Living and something else was on there. But so I thought this was an amazing album. So I listen to this quite often. How many times? 40, 50 times maybe in my lifetime. And then this one, Overkill, The Years of Decay. Seeing the video for Elimination, the song Elimination on MTV, Headbangers Ball. I had to go find the album, listen to the album. Killer album, like their best from that era, from the 80s. This was like 89, like the end of the 80s. I mean, it's great. Like Time to Kill, Elimination, I Hate, Nothing to Die For. Every song in here is a banger, man. It's like great. The first 3 are like full-on thrash speed metal. And we got some other ones like Playing with Spiders, Skull Crusher was kind of doomy. Birth of Tension's kind of doomy. Who Tends to Fire, but it's also got the speed and thrash in there as well. Ending with Evil Never Dies. It's just, this is 40, 50 times as well, maybe more, who knows. Great. It's great. The rest are in this box that I showed one other time here. Let's pick this up. This record box I got. This doesn't want to stay up. I have what I value the most in this box in case I ever have a fire. Expensive albums in here, ones that hold a place that means something to me. I mean, I've showed it before. So, in the case of a fire, that's the thing I will grab instead of trying to grab individual ones out of the shelves here. The next one is Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked. When this came out, I don't know. I saw the video for Miracle Man. MTV shaped my musical taste quite a bit. Miracle Man, I saw that video. And I just love the visuals of him in the pig pen with his pants down, basically calling, who was that guy that got caught with hookers and doing blow? Was that Jimmy Swaggart? One of those televangelists got caught with hookers and doing drugs and found out that all the money he was getting was being spent on shit he shouldn't have been spending it on. So, yeah, basically Ozzy was in a pig pen with a bunch of pigs, with his pants down, basically calling this guy a pig and basically a piece of shit. But yeah, so I had to get to check out the album. I've always loved Ozzy Osbourne. You know, my mom had Blizzard of Oz on cassette. Listen to that. Crazy Train's a great album. They're a great song. But this one, even now though, with Zach's guitars, kind of a little annoying with the wah-wah or the thing he does throughout this entire album. I'm not sure what you call it, but it's this re-listen to this album, kind of listen to the guitars. He does the same kind of thing throughout. If I could play this and not get dinged for copyright infringement, I'd show you, but I know I will and probably wouldn't be shown anywhere because Ozzy's a stickler for that shit. I tried that once already. But yeah, that's a great album right there as well. And this other one, this is an album that got me through a lot of hard times in high school. Tesla's a great radio controversy. Well, actually, this didn't get me through hard times. This was there's a song here that we had for my group of friends that we considered our song. So, still holds a place in my heart. Yeah, just making sure I had 10 here. But I've always loved Tesla. Love this album. This is a great album. So many great songs on here. I listen to this if I'm in a bad mood, and it usually tends to put me in a better mood. It's got Hang Tough on here, Lady Luck, Heaven's Trail, Be a Man, Lazy Days, Crazy Nights, Did It for the Money, Yesterday's Gone, Making Magic, The Way It Is, I'd like to know where Love's Still in Paradise and Party's Over. It's kind of a very upbeat, in a way, album. Telling you basically, don't give up. Like Hang Tough, don't give up. I don't know. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like most of these albums. That's why I picked them, because I listened to them so many times. They're some of my favorite albums. All the ones I've showed already are some of my favorite albums. So, there's that. And then, Testament. Is this on here? Yes, Testament, Practice What You Preach. First Testament album I ever heard. I heard the song Practice What You Preach on the radio station, my local radio station at the time, 99 Rock. They had what was called the 99-Minute Nightmare. They actually played thrash metal and one or two death metal songs and some stuff you wouldn't see on MTV rotation or hear during the day on the radio. And this was played on there, and I fell in love with that song, Practice What You Preach, so I had to go find them as well. Found the cassette of this, and Practice What You Preach was on here. Perilous Nation, Envy Life, Time Is Coming, Blessed in Contempt, Greenhouse Effect, Sins of Omission, The Ballad, Nightmare Coming Back to You, Confusion Fusion. Greenhouse Effect is about cutting Amazon down, Amazon rainforest. envy life, being envious of somebody else's life. Practice what you preach. Do what you tell other people to do. It's basically just I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. But yes, Testament. Practice what you preach. This also has another thing that I notice nowadays in the drumming. The bass drum, I think. I hear like a clicking when he hits it, so it might be like a switch or something. I don't know. I never heard it before until recently, and I thought maybe they remastered it, and it got some weird shit. It's a fucking train. Okay, what's next? Dangerous Toys. Yes, love Dangerous Toys. Sleaze metal. It's not hair. I wouldn't call it glam. Definitely sleaze. Songs like Sportin' a Woody, Queen of the Nile, Outlaw, Here Comes Trouble, 10 Boots, Stompin', That Dog, Teasing and Pleasing, Scared, Bones in the Gutter, Take Me Drunk, Feels Like a Hammer. This was an amazing album, amazing band. Amazing cover on this too. I hate clowns, but it's probably part of the reason why. But just the detail and the way the clown looks, so fucking scary and just creepy looking. I don't even remember if I heard the song first or just saw this album and the cover got me. But yeah, Dangerous Toys. I mean, all of these I've listened to multiple dozens of times. Streaming, cassette when I had them, CD, the freaking records. Did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This is 8. 8. Suicidal Tendencies. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Even Smile Today? This one, yes, definitely got me through some hard times in high school. It's a very sad, morose album. Not morose. It's basically an album like, if I killed myself, would anybody care today? Trip of the Brain, Hearing Voices, Pledge Your Allegiance, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, The Miracle. The only weird song on here that doesn't fit the rest of the theme is Surf and Slam. If I Don't Wake Up, Sorry, One Too Many Times, The Feeling's Back. So every song, except probably Surf and Slam, is about finding your inner self and battling back the depression and loneliness that you feel. Debate me all you want about that, but yeah, maybe Pledge Your Allegiance, not really either, but it's just like the song's basically about depression and loneliness, in my opinion. And without this album in high school, I may not be here right now. So it didn't make me sadder. It made me realize that shit, I do have something to live for. So so that's that. What's next? That one. I might have a couple of honorable mentions. Next one is Corrosion of Conformity, Blind. This one I listened to a lot with my friends in the 90s. This is a different album than a lot of their other albums. The earlier stuff was more crossover, punkish, and then this one was like a thrash, like full-on metal album. And then after this, they went more toward like Deliverance. It was more metal, but it was kind of I don't want to say bluesy or country or anything like that. Some people call it, what's it called? Not grunge. Oh, fuck. Sludge. Yeah, but this one is, I saw, what was it called? Dance of the Dead. Yeah, Dance of the Dead video on MTV. And Headbangers Ball. They had them in the studio as well talking about this album. And, I mean, I don't think it got as much play as it should have, in my opinion, for what it is. But, yeah, this another one of those great albums that from my teenage, early adult years that I listen to quite often. All amazing albums. This is a newer one. 5 years old, maybe, not even. Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia. I must have listened to this 24 times, maybe 3. Yeah, no, it's a dance album, pop dance, no metal, no rock, but it's super fucking catchy. It's a dirty little secret I have, or what's the other thing there? Whatever. Anyway, I get a lot of flack for listening to Dua Lipa, but I don't care. I own it. I love this album. It's a great singer. It's well produced. It sounds great. And, I mean, listen to it again. I've listened to it 3 times on this record. And streamed it a bunch of fucking times. And I'll listen to it again. It's great. So there's 10. I got a couple of Jesus Christ. My brain hurts. Honorable mentions. Real quick. Sabotage, Gutter Ballet. The Crow soundtrack. Obviously Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss, or even Rain and Blood, or South of Heaven. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. I'd say this, Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, but it's only one song I really listen to. Sound of White Noise by Anthrax. Iron Maiden, Power Slave. Yeah, honorable mentions. Not as many times as these others. So there's that. But there's that. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Rock on.